So, a lot of people love hearing my story from going from veganism to carnivore because it is a very drastic change. I mean, eating plants, fruits, a lot of carbs, and low fat for 8 years is a big change to just eating only meat. Rudimentary meat and butter, and not being afraid of drinking raw milk. That's a very huge change. And so I love talking about this on my channel because I want to show people that, hey, like plant-based isn't the only healthiest diet in the world. There's also the other extreme, which is the carnivore diet. And I'm not afraid to say that it is the other extreme because, for the most part, most people just don't only eat meat, they eat other things along with it. And so I came to the carnivore diet for gut health, for gut issues, specifically leaky gut is something I wanted to cure, to heal through this diet, and I did. Now, it wasn't the only reason, but it was the main reason why my leaky gut is completely gone. I'm so grateful. Being plant-based, it did show me another way of removing processed foods, junk foods, but the high carbs did not help my gut. I'm sure the plant-based diet, like with diabetes specifically, does help to reduce diabetes and actually reverse it. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The plant-based diet does help with other things, extreme issues in the body like diabetes. I will say that, but I don't have diabetes. I have gut issues, and it did not help my gut. The high carbs did not help my gut at all. It deteriorated my gut even more. I did have gut issues already because of the antibiotics that I took before I came to the diet, but it exacerbated it and sped the damage to my gut. And so when I went to the carnivore diet, it was when I was in desperation. And it was because I put myself against the wall. I put myself in the corner because, I had to. I just couldn't live like this anymore. I mean, I was calling out of work sick a lot because I was getting sick almost every 2 months. I didn't feel well when I woke up in the morning till I went to sleep. I didn't sleep well. I felt lethargic. I had a bloated stomach. I was just so tired of this routine, of this hang up that I have had for so long. And it didn't happen for 8 years, guys. Like, all these issues didn't happen for 8 years. For 8 years, though, I did have the bloated stomach, lethargy, tiredness, but me getting sick every 2 months, that happened in the last year of me being plant-based and then turning to eating meat. And I didn't do the carnivore diet correctly at all, you guys. I did not. I still wanted to keep my fruit smoothies and I wanted to keep all the sugar, but still eat the meat still. So I had sugar addiction because, 8 years plant-based, high carb, low fat, it's hard to give that up. And now I'm eating meat, but I want my fruit smoothies and I want the donuts and well, donuts isn't my thing. It was just an example, but the croissants and the pastries and I wanted to eat my pasta. And so I started to eat all of that along with meat, and I did not do it correctly, as you can tell. And I sped even more the gut issues when I did that because now my gut was confused. It was like, I'm eating animal fat, but I'm eating a lot of sugar. It really sped even more the damage, and to the point where now I officially had not only IBS, but leaky gut. And I say that because that's when I was getting sick every 2 months. I was getting sick every 2 months. I was very, very forgetful. I mean, before I was forgetful, I had a foggy brain, but now it was like at a different level because people at my job were telling me, Nadia, my bosses particularly, were saying, Nadia, you have bad memory. Like, you forget things. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. Okay, now I see it. Now I see that I have an issue because no one really told me that I had that except my parents. And when your parents tell you something, you're like, okay, whatever. You're just talking. You're just looking into things way too much than you should. But they were right. I had an extreme foggy brain. And that was when I was not only plant-based, but I was eating meat along with a lot of sugar. And I did it wrong, and that was my mistake. And I did get the ramifications of that, the consequences, because now at that point I was getting leaky gut, not only IBS, but leaky gut. And so finally did the carnivore diet very strictly, rudimentary meat only, butter, cooking in animal fat, beef tallow, Couldn't really consume eggs because I was allergic to them at the time. Now I'm not allergic to them, specifically the yolk I can eat. And even raw milk at the time I couldn't consume. My gut was so sensitive, you guys. It was extremely damaged. The leaky gut was just really bad back then. But the carnivore diet, because I've stuck to it for a year and a half, it sped the healing so much. It helped me to heal. One of the biggest reasons why my gut is fully healed from the leaky gut specifically. I hope this video helped, and if you need more help to heal your gut, getting away from the pain, lethargy, tiredness, the bloated stomach, the foggy brain, I specifically created a free video guide just for you about the 7 mistakes that you are committing to not heal your gut. I place it down below in the description box, okay? I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.